Alright, finally, the stress is over. Guys, this is practically 3:44 a.m. and I just finished watching Nini tiptoe back into the house. Biggie. Guys, I can't even raise my voice because I'm going to wake my neighbors up and everything, but it was crazy trying to get Nini back into the house. That one I know for sure because the cameras kept on going round and round trying to make sure that the rest of the housemates were asleep. You know, I slept off, guys. Like, you can tell from my eyes, I did. But I don't know, something woke me up and I suddenly wanted to pee at about the same time Nini was just going down the stairs from the same exit. And let me just tell you guys, Pere found it very difficult to sleep. You know, at about 2 a.m. or thereabout, Pere went to the kitchen, started boiling water for tea. I'm like, I don't understand. Prior to that time, Angel was just roaming about looking at pictures and all. I'm like, can you guys sleep? Because obviously we have something to carry out tonight. If your eyes are still wide awake, there's no way Biggie is going to bring this girl back into the house. But you know, they couldn't sleep. And just the tiny second when Biggie thought that, you know, Pere had dozed off, he told Nini to go. And as soon as Nini was just going down the stairs and all of that, Pere woke up, okay? He did wake up and he was waiting to see the person. And as soon as Nini tiptoed over to the dressing area and all of that, dropped her bag, went to the bathroom to pee. Now, when she was running back here, her eyes and Pere's eye jammed. Well, that's what Pere said. You know, he was like, our eyes jammed. And this girl just went straight to Saga's bed. That was the cutest part of it for me tonight. Like, she went straight to Saga's bed to lie down and she covered herself with a duvet. And almost immediately, guys, Pere went to wake Saga like, Nini's back, Nini's back. Pere wasn't sleeping the whole time. I thought you said you would not talk to her again. Guys, you needed to have seen the excitement on Saga's face. First of all, he was like, where's she? You know, he stood up. He just wanted to be sure. They went into the room. He opened the duvet, confirmed that she was the one, covered it back. And then both of them now came outside to the walkway area. And then Pere was like, as in, he couldn't sleep. You know, something kept on messing with his mind. You know, he was dozing off and, you know, waking up again and all of that. That it was the noise he heard that made him open his eye only for him to find Nini. And, you know, Pere went on to say that he's suspecting both Liquor Rose and Cross because there's nowhere else Nini could have been aside from that place. That why didn't they allow all of them search the head of house lounge yesterday when Biggie said they should search and all? You know, for him, he was so sure that Nini was inside there and, you know, they didn't just want them to go and all of that. And Saga is like, no, I don't think Nini was inside there. Guy, there might be different exits in this house that you might not know about. But one thing I know for sure is that Biggie was in on this. Because yesterday when Biggie was telling us, pack things, I noticed that her bag was not there. And he stated that yesterday. He was like, this girl packed things. Her toothbrush is not here. Her toothpaste is not here. So me, I'm not packing anything. And you know, he was like, so I already knew that something was wrong. I already knew it was a game. But guy, it messed with me. Guy, I had to even cry myself to sleep tonight. I'm like, oh.
You said she would have listened. I cried myself to sleep, bro. Are you serious? I don't tire.
Let me tell you, this same Saga had said yesterday that even if she comes back, I'm not gonna talk to her. You're not gonna talk to her. Only say she don't enter back the house. You guys, the smile on his face, I had not seen it for the past 24 hours. Okay, you know, he was just like, see, let me tell you, Pere, I'm excited. I'm happy, even though I don't know what to do with her. And this guy was still there questioning himself. Oh, what was she eating? You know, how was she surviving? And all of that. I'm like, who will love me like this, bye? Who will love me like this? Pere was like, okay, maybe she came from outside and then she went upstairs to take her bag and all of that. That he just doesn't know, but he feels that Liquor Rose and Cross were in on it. And then Saga is like, no, as much as I'm suspecting Liquor Rose, the one person I know for sure that has an idea about what is going on is White Money. I'm like, okay, guys, there's still going to be a lot of drama in the morning, obviously, because by the time they start pointing accusing fingers at Liquor Rose, who had absolutely no idea what was going on, obviously that's going to annoy her. And then White Money as well, them saying, oh, he has an idea. And oh, guys, there's going to be a lot of drama in the morning. And guys, can I just say that Nini deserves an award for this? Because what? At some point, yeah, Saga could not even help himself. He will go, he will come back, he will just be like, I don't know if I should go and talk to her because na script she dey act, I don't want to spoil it, blah blah blah, let me just keep quiet before they'll carry her again, come out, then it will come beat like next week, let me just act like this, let me just act like that. Then small time again, him and Pere now entered the room. He was just looking at her, he just stood there and was looking at her. Before we knew it, their noise woke Queen up, and Queen is like, Nini, is that you? She excitedly left her bed, came to sit on Nini's bed, and Nini is like, why are you people acting weird? I've been here the whole time now. I haven't heard when you and White Money were talking, when, you were telling White Money to sleep on your bed, and he said, no, I cannot sleep on your bed, and then he came back and pecked you on the face. I was here the whole time. Even you, Emmanuel, I heard when you and Lekoros were talking here now, people were talking about one woman that was kissing somehow. See, we need to give it to Nini because she wasn't just sitting down there moping. She was taking note of every single conversation these housemates were having. Because if she has to come back to the house to say, oh, I've been here the whole time, it just means that she has to have proof and all of that, even though I think it's just really easy for them to know that this has got to be a prank, and obviously there was a screen where she was watching from, because Nini not did that house. They search for her everywhere, so that excuse not really enter. But so far so good. She's been able to just carry out the straight face thing, telling them, oh, I've been here the whole time, why people acting like this? Maybe you, Saga, because of small fights, can't sleep for room again, you even ate my own, ate your own and drank pap and everything. And Saga's like, no, I left one for you. Even upon the fact say he dey vex for her, he still keep more for this girl. Guys, can you believe that he even told Pere that time Biggie said, pack Nini's things and all of that he stole some of her pictures because he just wanted to have it close to her. I'm like, oh no. Okay, but it's too early, guys. I really need to go to bed now, okay? I just wanted to get you guys a clip of Nini coming back into the house firsthand, and now that I've done that, I might as well just get some sleep, okay? Whatever else we have to talk about, we will talk about it in the morning. But before I forget, I just need to say something. This same Pere that Saga said was suicidal and lonely and he's not apologetic, nice to help you find your babe, nice to come wake you, nice to come they encourage you, say okay, she's back and all of that. Sometimes before you say something negative about that friend of yours, you don't know how much they are fighting for you behind your back. You don't know how much they actually care about you. So before you open your mouth to say those hurtful things about them simply because you're trying to move away from them, or simply because you've met a new friend and all of that, you need to think about it, because things like this actually messes with the mind, okay? It does mess with the mind. These things he said about Pere, up until today, this guy has refused to apologize. But yeah, I mean, life is a pot of beans, so I just thought to throw in that advice. If you're that person that goes about saying rubbish about someone who genuinely cares about you, you might as well just desist from it, because at the end of the day, Big Brother is not just for us to watch and laugh. Sometimes we learn lessons from these things, and this has got to be the greatest lesson I've learned from this. That same person Saga sat down to say trash about was the same person that found your babe, came to wake you up, and was telling you, this is how she entered, this is how she entered. If he had a bad intention, he might as well have just left Saga, tomorrow you go to see your babe. But he couldn't even wait. He went to wake this guy up. Like, guys, we'll talk about it later today, okay? I really need to get some sleep. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I look so ashy and all, but bye, guys.